What's up guys, it's Tom here from The Company Code, author, educator and public speaker. I'm here to give you 3 reasons today why watching the news is not good. Believe me, since I have stopped watching the news, my mood has gone from that to that. And I'll explain to you why. Reason number 1. The news is negative programming. It is. Think about it. What do you see on the news? Is it happy and fluffy and happy-go-lucky? 90% of it is negative. And it's negative for a reason. It is to meet a certain criteria and a certain list. Be under no illusions. I'm not saying to you, stop watching the news or stop knowing what's going on in the world. What I am saying is maybe reduce your intake and only take on what you need to know on certainly a need-to-know basis. Be under no illusions, we're living in very difficult times at the moment, very fearful times, in fact. But do you really want to keep absorbing that into your life and letting that affect your brain, making you feel depressed and anxious any more than what normal life can give you? I don't, and I'm sure you don't as well. So do not engage too much in the news, because it is there as a programming to us all, which is not in any way, shape or form good. And with that, I would certainly filter and only choose to know what you need. As I said, don't go around walking around your head in the sand, completely and utterly not knowing what is going on. But equally, just take in what you need to know and know the bare minimum. Don't be engrossed in it, because it will bring you down. Reasons number 2. As discussed, this thing is an absolute creativity killer. When I say that, I mean it. Anyone that works in a creative industry, anyone that's a graphic designer, artist, videographer, anyone that does anything online, like what I'm doing, this is not something that is going to leave you very, very inspired and wanting to go through your day creating wonderful content when you're sitting there and all you're watching is drab, sad, miserable, depressing news. And 90% of it, as I've said, is that. And you just think to yourself, this is soul destroying. How is that going to inspire you throughout your day to do that sort of job? If it can't even inspire the average person, then it's not going to inspire someone who has ideas and creativity and wants to do something and put a message out there. You're going to feel very, very deflated having watched that and seen that. It's not something that is, for in terms of consumption, a good thing. As I've said, since I've limited my amount of exposure to the news and the media, my general overall mood has been a lot better, and there will be a correlation between that and your levels of productivity and creativity, and what you put out. With not having that boiling in the back of your head telling you this is happening, that is happening, it is not something that it can ever really help you along those lines. So again, I would certainly stay away from it if you can, as much as you can. Third and final reason. It's been made, like most other forms of social media, to be addictive. But it is an addiction that is poison. Think about it, it's like a bad habit. Something that you do because you feel you need to be informed. But by being informed, what you're actually doing is feeding something that is not going to help you, it's not going to serve you, and it certainly is not going to brighten up your day by watching the news. As I've said, don't go round your head in the sand and completely and utterly believing that everything is rainbows and fairies and that the world is happy and skipping and jumping, because that is not the case equally. But at the same time, do not be consuming the negative programming and the bad news that you're going to see every day, because that's all it is, and that's all it will do, is cause more grief and more bad. And as I've said, this can be really highly addictive, and it can cause anxiety and depression in people. Not that we've got any control of what's going on in the world, but we've probably got more control than we think, and the news will just push you down to the level of you've got no control, this is life. And it ain't something that I would recommend that any of you do. As I said, perhaps minimal amounts, reduce your viewing time and only take on board what you have to, and know the bare minimum you need to. That is certainly the message here. Since I've cut it out of my life, mood has been way better, and it will help you as well, definitely. So I'd like to say thank you for listening to me today. I'm dedicated to making 3 videos a week for you. This is the first of this week, and please, if you can, leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell, and let me know your thoughts and what you think of this topic, and if there's anything else you'd like me to discuss in coming videos, then I'm open to that as well. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Take care and see you soon.